Wouldn't have tipped if you hadn't made such a sharp turn.
It tipped because there's not enough weight in the bow.
No way!
Listen, we're gonna be up against some pretty heavy competition. I just wanted to see how it's going to perform.
Cool it with the high-speed stuff, or we won't have an entry for the World Championship Bathtub Race.
It wasn't my driving that made it tip.
When do you have to have the tub registered?
Next week.
Is it ready?
Almost.
Except for the problem in the bow.
There is no problem in the bow. Just your piloting.
Are you two coming to the aquarium with me today?
No, I have some work to do on the tub.
So have I.
Okay. I gotta change and get going. I'm late. I don't want you taking that out again today.
Okay.
Oh, aren't they adorable?
Where'd you find our new sea otter, J.L.?
Just south of Hecate Strait. He was all by himself. He must have been separated from the rest of his family.
He's from the same breeding colony as the others.
J.L., I've got some bad news for you.
What's the matter, George?
We're going to have to terminate your contract in the seal recovery program.
Why?
No news. What else?
Well, that's a shame. It's a great program.
We also don't have funds for that new bloodline from Japan.
I guess there's no money for the exotic birds you talked about then, huh? You could sure use some color around here.
Well, there's a lot of things we could use around here, but the funds are just not available.
There must be something you can do.
Do you have any suggestions?
Hi. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to escort the kids' bathtub race entry on its trial run.
Bathtub race?
It's an annual event. Over 100 bathtubs with outboard motors race from Nanaimo to Vancouver. Some of the bathtubs are pretty sophisticated, mind you.
36 miles across the strait.
In a bathtub.
People come from as far away as Australia just to be in it.
When does this event take place?
Oh, in a couple of weeks. It's the end of the Summer Sea Festival.
Are there any cash prizes?
No, just a lot of hard-won and highly prized trophies.
What about publicity?
Well, it gets world coverage.
Well, now that sounds like something a corporate sponsor would love.
That's a good idea. We could get a sponsor to back our entry.
Our entry? We don't have an entry.
The kids. I could get a sponsor to make a publicity donation to the aquarium if the kids are one of the winners.
Great way to raise money for that exotic bird.
I think the Japanese bloodline has a much higher priority.
But, George, don't you think we should wait to see if the kids are willing to go along with this scheme?
Oh, Grant, we know you can talk them into it.
But
Come on, Donna, we've got a sponsor to find.
But you know kids. Tell them it's for the aquarium. Oh.
If he wants more life in the otter pool, why doesn't he take Danger for a few days?
And why can't they find some exotic bird from around here?
Well, people don't go to the aquarium to see something they can see in their own backyard.
We'd like to help you, Dad, but
But what?
We're only entering the tub for fun.
for fun? No way. I'm going after the World Cup.
Who said you're going to be piloting it anyways?
Well, I'm the natural choice.
Why, because you're a boy?
No, because I have more experience with boats than you do.
Listen, it was my idea to build the tub, Jonah.
Hey, isn't there anything at the aquarium that you two would like to see upgraded? I know it's an imposition, but I'm kind of on the spot.
How about the Harbor Seal program?
Donna was saying that the aquarium couldn't afford it anymore?
That's right. The last budget cut axed that program.
Okay. We'll donate the tub to sponsor the rescue program. Okay with you?
Sure. And I know just the sponsor.
Thanks. Well, that settles that.
It doesn't settle who's going to pilot the tub in the race.
Well, I think the rules settle that. Section F, Rule 8. All tub drivers must have reached the age of 14 years by the day of the race.
Oh, no.
I just found that the other day.
Have some sympathy for me, Danger. My brother won again.
I know I should have mentioned this to you before this, but it's a man's world.
But women rule it.
You do around here anyway. How are you doing, little guy, huh?
I found a sponsor for Jonah and Nicole. The buy and sell has agreed to back our tub and pay for the new shipping of that bloodline from Japan if our tub is one of the winners.
I think the kids have other ideas.
Do they have a sponsor yet?
No, but they're working on it.
Guess what?
You found a sponsor for Jonah and Nicole.
How did you know that?
Men know these things.
Well, anyway, a friend of mine who owns a hotel said if we win, she'll buy us a scarlet ibis.
Well, I think we better check with the kids first before we make any decisions.
We found the sponsor.
So did I.
They went for it.
They'll give us $500 for the feeding and the care of the seals if we win.
Well, Donna, what are we going to do with 3 sponsors?
Why don't we enter 3 tubs?
Terrific idea.
Super.
Great.
Who's gonna pilot the other 2 tubs?
You're the more mechanically inclined.
It would be an honor to represent the women.
I'm afraid I'm also going to have to concede to the more superior boatsman, boat person.
"36 miles across that strait? In a bathtub? No way.
Come on, Dad.
Go for it.
Think of the aquarium.
Think of the glory, if you win. Are you okay, Grant? Grant?
Hi.
I need to talk to you.
Well, I got a lot of work to do. I'm trying to do a tune-up on my engine.
Grant, this is important to me.
Okay. What is it?
You really want to win this race tomorrow, don't you?
Well, nobody enters a race to lose.
And you're still bothered about me beating you in the practice run.
Of course not.
Sure you are. And it's because I'm a woman, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Grant, I like you. And whether I win or lose tomorrow, I'm not going to let that change the way I feel about you.
Good, and I won't let it change the way I feel about you either. You're a very beautiful woman. And you're kind, and you're gentle, you're intelligent. You have the most devastating green eyes I've ever seen. And it's not the race that's bothering me. It's you.
You've been bothering me since the first day we met.
Well, I still got a lot of work to do.
So you mentioned.
Saved by the Bell.
They have impeccable timing.
You want to stay for dinner?
I better not.
Jackie. Never mind.
In case you've just joined us, this is Don Abbott in the CKWW Sports Chopper bringing you live coverage of the 19th Annual Great International Bathtub Race. And I'm glad to say that with me today is Barb Peters, her three-time winner of this race.
Thank you, Don. Newcastle Channel. Look at the fans. There are thousands of them there today for the race. We've never had a crowd like this, Don. It is incredible. And the weather is absolutely perfect.
Well, Barb, CKWW AccuWeather promises temperatures in the low 80s with moderate winds from the northwest.
That's our only problem. I'm going to keep an eye on those waves because choppy water is the biggest threat to today's tubbers.
Barb, as in previous years, this race has an international flavor. As we watch competitors who've come from as far away as Australia, West Germany, and New Zealand get ready to race today.
And every year the competition gets tougher and the tucks get faster and faster. And I think that we just might...
I don't know how I got into this, George.
You're the best man for the job, Grant.
Wish us luck. Here you go.
Not so much the race because it's really hot on this helicopter. But I'm glad to be here because the perspective from this helicopter is absolutely fantastic.
Well, the tubbers are checking last-minute details, and this race will take them the 36 miles from Nanaimo to Vancouver. And Barb, as you know, when this race started 19 years ago, these boats really were just old tubs with 8-horsepower engines. Times sure have changed.
Boy, they sure have. You know, today's tubs are streamlined beauties that can hit speeds equivalent to 35 miles an hour.
Whoa, you really got to hold on then.
Oh, you sure have to, because this race has become perilous and a fast-paced challenge, and today's drivers need a lot of skill and courage to handle the high speeds of this swift international competition.
Well, here they come. We're just waiting for that starting bell, and there it is. They're off. The 19th Annual Great International Bathtub Race is underway.
It is a great start to the race. Some of these daredevils, look at them. They are already trying to break away from the pack.
We're looking at reigning champion Paul White of Pete's Plumbing off to a blistering start. These tubbers are setting a furious pace right from the beginning.
Don, in all of my years of racing, I have never seen such an aggressive start by so many competitors.
This is the CKWW Sports Chopper, and those waves, Barb, are they building?
You know, I got to tell you something about these waves. If you don't hit these things right, you're going to get bounced all over the place, and you're going to end up racing a 40-mile course instead of 36.
Well, everyone seems to be see on course so far. We can see last year's winner, Paul White, and there's Horst Metzger of West Germany.
Look at the foam. I mean, they're just turning this ocean into foam.
And hey, look at this, Barb. 3 newcomers breaking away from the pack and threatening the leaders.
This is a very bold move, Don, especially so considering their inexperience.
Yes, buy and sell number 237, driven by rookie tubber Grant Roberts. He's passing everything in sight. That's daring.
You know, we may have an upset in the making here, Don, especially if these gutsy rookies can keep pressuring the veterans and maintain their challenge.
Oh, they're overtaking most of the others.
Paul White, and now Grant Roberts is about to claim the number 3 position from tub 056.
Roberts appears to be in excellent control of his tub. He's showing a lot of poise out there. You know, from what he's showing us today, you would think that this is his 10th race and not his
And
first.
here goes Roberts, passing 056 for 3rd place.
One of the few women in this race today is Tina Wallace. She's in tub number 36. There she is. She's chasing Dr. Roberts in that buy and sell 237s. They're really moving out there.
And Barb, we've got another Roberts in this race. The youngest racer, in fact, Jonah Roberts. There seems to be a private race going on between Jonah Roberts in 024 and Jackie Duval in the Coast Bastion tub. Jonah Roberts is edging out in front, taking a lead over rival Jackie Duval. He's really moving. Oh, I think he's airborne. Look at that roosting tail. Oh, we got a problem. Jonah Roberts is in the water, and Barb, I hope he's all right.
Well, it looks like Jonah Roberts has had a bit of a swim out there today. His escort vessel, the North Star, is on the scene. And Jackie
Are you
Duval,
okay, Jonah?
Yeah,
fine.
Jonah,
Jonah, are you all right?
We're
standing by.
Now, I want to ask you, Barb, have you ever flipped when you win one of these races?
Are you kidding? A million times.
Come on, we have a race to
chilling
win.
experience, Don.
The information we have right now is that 024 isn't the only tub in the water with trouble. Several tubs have had their plugs pulled, and we've just heard that the leading pilot, Mike Stewart, at tub 999 has flipped off Point Grey, but I wouldn't count him out yet.
All right, that leaves 63 tubs in this race, but I expect that only half of that number are going to finish.
Okay, Barb, that's Pete's Plumbing tub, driven by Paul White in the lead, and he's followed closely by Grant Roberts. Roberts is putting on an amazing show. This has turned into a 2-horse race.
Well, let's make that a 2-tub race, Don.
Okay.
These two are showing unbelievable determination. It looks like they're both back in the race. You know, you've got to admire the courage of Jonah Roberts and the sportsmanship of Duval. You know, I really hope they can catch up and stay in the race, Don.
We're now in view of the finish line at Kitts Beach, and what a hive of activity. There's hundreds and thousands of excited fans awaiting the arrival of the leading tubs.
However, you know, the race is not over when they hit the beach. Tubbers have to beach their boats with part of the tub remaining in the water, and then they've got to run up the beach and ring that finishing bell to claim an official finish. You know, Don, part of the fun of this race is the carnival atmosphere in the beach. You know, there's no telling what's going to happen when this crazy bunch gets together. This has got to be the most enjoyable tradition here on the West Coast.
Too bad we're stuck up in the air for this one. What a great view we do have of English Bay. And now back to the race. We're watching tubs 237 and 462. They are neck and neck, and what a battle they're putting on for the fans here. Dr. Roberts in 237, number 462, and Paul White, they're right alongside each other. The sides of each boat buffeting the other vessels. They better be careful. Those two tubs are as evenly matched as two competitors can be. And as they fly in close on the finish line, well, it's difficult to predict who's going to win it at this point.
This is an incredible show. You know, these tubs and their pilots have taken a tremendous pounding in this race. They must be feeling it now, especially in their legs as they bounce over each and every wave. But, you know, if you want to win, you've got to ignore the pain and keep your eyes on that finish line. If they keep this pace up, we could be looking at a new world record.
Number 237, very close to the chute. And behind him. Dr. Grant Roberts has the lead. Paul White is right behind him at number 462.
Now, you know, this lead could change several times before they actually come down to the finish line.
Barb, look at this. Paul White in number 462 has nudged ahead. I can't believe how tight this race is.
The chute leading to the finish line at Kitts Beach has been cleared of the many vessels who are crowding for a victory vantage point. They are packed like sardines down there. They're all straining to get one glimpse of the winner of today's spectacular race.
Okay, Barb, here comes our two leaders. Dr. Grant Roberts, number 237. He's got the lead by about a boat length. It looks like he may maintain this all the way to the finish line over number 462, Paul White. And as they come down to the beach, it is indeed number 237, the rookie driver, Dr. Grant
Don,
Roberts.
this is a great moment for him. You know, he wasn't even certain he was going to be in this race.
That's
And
right,
now
Barb.
it looks like he's going to win it.
Oh, this is amazing. He's bringing his vessel up to the beach. Now he must beach it, as you said, and keeping part of the boat in the water. And it looks like he's done that. Grant Roberts is now on the beach, followed by Paul White, who jumps out of his tub as well as he smacks into Dr. Roberts.
Now, at this point, look, Robert's legs are obviously cramped, but he's going to give it everything he has got. The fans are urging him on as he comes up to ring that bell. He leads by about 20 yards over Paul White. You know, he just takes one quick look behind, and what's important, those fans are giving him. He can't help but be encouraged by this reception.
Yes, Grant Roberts, number 237, pilot up by
He's won!
He's rung the bell. The signal is winning of this event.
It's official. It's official. The winner of this year's Great International Bathtub Race is Vancouver's own Dr. Grant Roberts.
Oh, well, what can you say? Congratulations
Atta
to Dr.
boy,
Grant Roberts.
Listen, we better get ashore and join them.
This is working right out. It's almost as if I was in the race myself, but we've got to go back. This race is not over.
There are other ones out there.
The remaining tubbers are going to be landing on the beach any minute right now. Here he comes. That's Rob Watson, number 134. Number 126 is not too far behind. And number 155 is, oh no, there's somebody in a drink. You know, for a lot of these people, you know, oh no, somebody had to tell this man, you got to put that right on the beach. But, you know, for a lot of these people, finishing the race is just as important as winning. These people have a lot of spunk, a lot of courage. That man's exhausted. Look at them fight. That's just marvelous, Don.
And they know they're not in the top three, but the energy's still there.
I'll tell you, Don, a lot of that energy is I've been in this race, I've gone this far, I am going to ring that bell no matter what happens. It's the last thing they see, and they're going to do it no matter what happens.
Okay, here's the first female finisher, Tina Wallace. She earlier was in third. She's congratulated by fellow tubber Lisa Richards. And all in all, a very exciting and memorable finale to this year's race. Let's go now to Commodore Norm Kelly for the awards ceremony.
To present the Distinguished Bathtub Race World Championship Cup to Dr. Grant Roberts, pilot of the winning buy and sell entry. Where's Dr. Roberts? Say a few words, Dr. Roberts.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, go down this way, Dr. Roberts. Thank you. And in second place from Seattle, Washington, we have Paul White, pilot of Pete's Plumbing, in what must have been one of the closest, most exciting races in the history of this event. As you know, every year we award a special trophy to the tubber who displayed the best sportsmanship during the race. This year, we'd like to award 2 trophies. First to the pilot of the Coast Bastion Inn tub, Jackie Duval, for sacrificing her position to come to the aid of a fellow tubber. And here she is, Commodore Bill McGuire making the presentation. And the second to Jonah Roberts, pilot of the Leron Plastics tub, for his extraordinary Never Say Die recovery. This is the Endurance Trophy. And there you have it, folks. Those are our winners. Let's hear it for them. Well, that wraps up this year's event, and we'd like to see you all back here next year. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi.
I've been looking all over for you.
What are you doing here so early?
I just made a small delivery.
Another sea otter?
No, it's a surprise. About last night.
You first.
It's been a long time since I felt like this about anyone.
Me too. I kind of like it.
Me too. It's a little scary.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll just take it one step at a time.
Dad? You have to come and see the...
It's a surprise.
Oh, I love surprises. Hey, we're gathered. Oh, what a beautiful scarlet ibis.
My friend's very happy with the publicity she's been getting from the race.
I just heard from Japan. Our sea otter's been shipped out today.
Terrific.
And the check we got from Laron Plastics is keeping the seal rescue program a little bit longer.
And the aquarium, of course, is the real winner.
You can say that again.
The aquarium, of course, is the real winner.
You can say that again.
And the aquarium, of course, is the real winner.